Happening, big dog.
Going on. The world is just such a better place when the Patriots win.
Absolutely.
It just feels better. Like the sun is brighter, the air is crisper. It's just like you're
For
refreshed and
certain.
you move forward because the Pats won a football game, which is wild. Wild to think that a football team can bring upon these feelings. But
Yeah.
here we are.
As of today, the Patriots are officially 500.
Yeah, let's go.
That's the clap right there,
For the
baby.
first
Hold on.
time
Hold on.
in a while. And it looks like, we got a football team. I mean, after week one, um, we were there. We saw it live. We saw everything that happened. You you knew you had a football team. You just knew I think week one was good because it brought everybody back. And you mentioned this too when we were at the game. It made everybody realize that we're still this is a rebuild. This isn't like they're not contenders yet.
Hmm.
We're all assuming that the schedule was going to line up to where that they can potentially make some noise.
For sure.
But overall, when you look at the roster, when you look at the team,
Yeah.
besides a few guys, there's still some holes.
Yeah.
And we all went into it with high expectations. Obviously, what
Who
it's one
wouldn't?
game. It's
Who
what it was
wouldn't?
one loss. It is what it is.
Cowboys
But
fans
just to
go every year with the expectations of Super Bowls, and
exactly, and like,
you know,
why would if you're not a true fan of your team unless you think your team's going to the Super Bowl.
absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely,
So like, obviously, I don't think they're going to the
for
Super Bowl.
sure,
I
absolutely,
know you don't, but like, you just you hope and pray something falls that way. Burrow just we'll get into all that, but like, you know what I
for
mean? Like
sure,
the
for sure,
dominoes
for
can
sure,
kind of fall.
absolutely.
So week one, I think was a good wake up call for everybody, for the team, for Vrabel, for just everybody in general. Just to say, hey, take a step back and really realize what we have here for the 2025 Patriots. And that is just a rebuild. It's still the gears are rolling. It's just going to take week to week as we go here. But man, you
So
come off of
like
that Raiders
it's
game and you feel
yeah,
like shit, and you roll into Miami and you're like, damn it, Miami.
yeah. So I mean, like I was I don't want to go too far ahead into Miami. I would like to stay on the Raiders a little bit, but
Sure.
I did receive a text message from an individual who is a Patriots fan. A very disappointed, very angry, very upset Patriots fan, rightfully so. Um, before the Miami game, um, and just a lot of negativity. We're not just it felt as though that individual, which is actually our guy Cadence, shout out to Cadence Films,
Okay.
my guy. Um, Follow him at Cadence Films.
Yes, sir. Yes,
My
sir.
guy does the illest things with videography, photography. Um,
Hell
but
yeah.
yeah, so he was. I don't mean to call you out, my G, but
Have to. If you make
he
statements, you
made
got to be called out.
he made a statement that was like, you have to look at it from the perspective of all of the teams that used to have the greatest ever on them. Jordan, you know, he that like you can really only compare the Bulls because of the greatness,
Hmm.
but the Bulls obviously should have still been what they were for an extended period of time,
Of course.
but ownership got in the way of that,
Yeah.
which is what I've been harping on. The biggest issue for me, ownership, obviously domino effects, with Bill and,
Hmm.
Brady and,
Hmm.
then you
Hmm.
fast forward to
Of
fucking
course.
I don't
Yeah, we
even
don't
want
we
to
don't
speak
we
on the
don't talk
coaching
about last
staffs.
year anymore.
But it's like that is really what sets teams up for failure. We, fortunately enough, got lucky, I guess, with somebody getting hitting somebody over the head or having an epiphany or maybe waking up or maybe going back to their routine with you know massages in Florida. Something happened where it clicked and we finally
Yep.
have, or for, you know, just making moves, being a football team again, being a franchise again, being
Hmm.
something to be proud of.
Hmm.
So I look at this as year zero.
Of course.
We did what we needed to do. Obviously, we did. We had we got Vrabel, had the greatest offseason that we've ever had in the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Hands down.
The work coming from legitimately, we were the worst team. We were not on paper, but we were legitimately the single worst franchise and team in the NFL last season. I will stand on that. It was not the Giants. The Giants were definitely better than us. Um, but like I
NFL
said,
Europe teams are better than us, and that doesn't exist
yeah, I
anymore.
mean it was bad, but I'm glad we're back on track. And then obviously that negativity spread
Yeah.
all the way up until kickoff
Yep.
week 2
Yep.
because of the performance
Yep.
or lack thereof
The
week
only
1 against the Raiders.
the only thing that pissed me off, not the only thing, but the biggest thing that pissed me off from week one into week two was just the negativity, like you said, but also the unrealistic expectations of people saying, you expected more out of Drake, you expected more out of Trey, you expected more out of this one and that one. It's week effing one. It's game one. Do, people of this team, the Patriots fans, and I was going to get to this later, but might as well just shout it out now because it goes in from week one into two, and now from two to three. It's even worse. It's worse after a win, but we're getting off track. Do you remember, if you're a Patriots fan and how long you've been a Patriots fan, if you were a Patriots fan for this whole time, this whole ride, when have the Patriots ever been a good team in September? Like a solidified team that you watch in September and you go, like, we're ready.
Mhm.
Do you remember so many and you mentioned it the other day in 2016, 17, excuse me. We went to the Super Bowl that year, but week two against Jacksonville, we got our asses beat. We looked like we had no clue what we were doing, and that was Tom Brady against Blake
Dang,
Bortles. Can you imagine if
Gronkowski.
that week two Jacksonville game was now with Drake May? So this is what I'm saying. It's like your expectations for this team are way up here. They need to be brought down to here, and you need to relax and listen. Like the development of this team isn't going to come overnight.
Of course not.
This dude right here is turning into the next thing, but you got to give it time. He hasn't even played a full season yet. Still hasn't played a full slate of games yet. So you can't assess it. You have to bring down the expectations a notch, and if you do, it's going to be a better season for you, for
Yeah,
everybody.
man.
So
Ah,
Patriots fans, we're Patriots fans, obviously, but I always say this: I'm a Patriot fan that hates Patriots fans. I can't stand it. Listening to Zoe and Beetle, and I listened to Fel Gomez a little bit, which I know, right? Shocking. And just the negative that it's so negative, and they won. They won on Sunday.
yeah.
There's a W in the win column for the Patriots. We're 1-1, and the negativity around this team for the fan base is disgusting.
So
So let's appreciate what they did on Sunday. You won in a place where you never win.
for sure,
Not
for sure.
even the great Tom Brady could win in Miami. Won what? Twice? I think three times in
Devastating
Miami.
losses. Devastating losses.
And the way
Unforgettable losses.
and the way we lose in Miami is just like it's like
The
soul
way that
crushing.
the Patriots lose in my have lost, excuse me.
Hmm.
The way that the Patriots have lost in the past in Miami and or to Miami.
Yeah.
gives with the dominance that comes with the name New England Patriots. You know, that word comes to mind. Dominance.
Hmm.
Um to Dolphins fans, team in the same division, that like keeps
Dolphins fans.
them fans. Those are the things that they harp on. Oh, you
Mhm.
remember when Ronnie Brown we did Wildcat
Ugh,
and rushed for 4 touchdowns?
that was 08, but yeah, Castle played that game.
You know, like,
Mhm.
do you?
I
I
sure
don't even.
do.
I don't even want. Like, it just makes me sick.
It's
And
and
it's
it's like,
like
yeah, yeah.
this team is, and it makes me foolish to, because to call myself a football fan, because it's like, yeah, doofus, this team plays you twice a year, every single year. Of course,
Hmm.
something they should figure something out.
Hmm.
They should be able to figure something
Hmm.
out, and they and kudos to them. Um, you know, my uncle Frank, diehard, diehard Dolphins fan, born
Ugh,
and raised
ugh.
in Cambridge, Massachusetts, but
How
grew
does
up
this
on
happen?
you know, local games and obviously same division. But Dan
Yeah.
Marino, he's a Dan Marino snub, man. Not
Okay. All right. So that
you
makes
know
sense. See, there's always got to be something. It can't just be I was born a Dolphins fan.
Marino,
Well, you're
Marino,
not a
Marino.
Dolphins fan.
I'm gonna get my uncle. You're gonna love my Uncle Frank. I'm gonna get my Uncle Frank. Honestly,
Hell yeah.
no bullshit. That was remember this. Remember this, guys. Uncle Frank. I'm gonna actually. I think I'm gonna make Uncle Frank a part of the show.
The
I
Uncle
think
Frank
I'm gonna
segment.
make Uncle Frank a part of the show. And Mike doesn't trust me. Trust me on this. Trust me on that. Trust
that
me on that. Remember
that
this.
that I mean, week what? 18 is the next one, so
Where?
we'll have Uncle Frank on for the Dolphins preview
For
for
sure. We'll preview. Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
when the
We'll
Patriots
cook it up. We'll cook it up.
when the Patriots
Um,
are rolling into the postseason and the Dolphins are still in the cellar. Actually,
the
Dolphins and
Dolphins
Jets.
might the Dolphins might not even be a franchise by the end of the season.
I mean, the Patriots, they ruined a lot of people on Sunday in that
Yeah.
organization. So to
Well,
get into it,
yeah. I mean, I want to. I really want to. I don't want to bypass the Raiders. I don't want to bypass Week 1. Do you? Are you over it?
I'm over it.
You're over it.
I'm done. You know why?
Why?
Because there's no need to go back, and we can do it since we didn't do a week one recap show. Um, shit just in the line. So if you want to quickly hit on the Raiders, we can hit on the Raiders since we were there. We can kind of give like a little bit more insight, and then roll into Miami. That's fine.
All right. You
Um,
know what?
let's roll. We'll hit the
How
Raiders for a
about
minute.
yeah? So I liked how you put I liked how you put the star. Let's just do the star and the dud of the game for
For the
Week 1.
Raiders, week one.
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
Week 1 and we'll do Week 2
Okay. So we'll do start of the game and then we'll say dud slash boob of the game. Um,
for Week 1 of the Raiders,
for week
and
one.
that we can just however long that takes. That's how long it takes, but
Okay.
we won't take too much
All
time,
right.
and then
All
we'll
right.
just
Week
roll
one.
to Miami.
All right. So we'll back the truck up a little bit back into week one. From Foxborough. Like I said, we unfortunately we saw it live. So we got a little bit more insight into it, and you could see kind of how things developed, how things weren't working at all. This just you just see so much more. This is why I love going to football games,
Hmm.
not just Patriots games. Obviously, I would choose the Patriots over anything, but just football in general. Just because you can see everything develop, you can see shit that you can't see on TV. And
Exactly.
people. I hate number one thing that pisses me off when people are watching football on TV, and the quarterback is holding the ball. People are like, throw the ball, throw it, get rid of it. It's like
Hmm.
you can't see what they're seeing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe there's nobody open. Maybe he's waiting for somebody to get open. Like
I wish they
that's
would
that
change
it
the
dri-
angles
dude.
on cable.
It drives me nuts. I
I
just sit there
wish
and I'm
yeah,
like,
they gotta change it. They gotta change the angles. We gotta
the
watch it.
angle, yeah.
We gotta watch it.
Hmm. They got to
We're
somehow figure out a way to kind of, I don't know,
artificial
but
technology is doing the most. There's
exactly.
absolutely no way we can't watch POV
Right.
NFL games.
But I could hear it. I could hear it in my ear while we were sitting in our seats from people that I know at home, everybody screaming at the TV to Drake, throw the ball, get rid of it, get rid of it. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, there's no separation. Where is he supposed to throw the ball? Nobody was getting open. So, which brings back, there was a lot of duds in that game. There was a lot of duds, a lot of thuds, a lot of just shit that just made your head just hurt so bad.
Terrible.
But my dud for the Raiders game was a collective dud. It was coaching. It was all the coaches. They did, and like you say this all the time. You call a spade a spade. You They weren't ready. They weren't ready. They didn't. They had. It did. There were times where they looked like they had no clue what they were doing. There was a couple plays where the receivers. It just looked like besides Diggs, they didn't know where they were. Like it was a replay. I was getting flashbacks of last year, and I'm like, this is supposed to be different. So I just want to know what happened in those 2 weeks leading up to week one.
Yeah, I did like how you say um you mentioned the team looked like they used week one as an extension of the preseason.
It's exactly what it looked like. It looked like a preseason game. It looked like they didn't take the game as serious as maybe they should have. Um, but maybe, yeah, maybe they just used it as an extension of the preseason because they're young. It takes time for these teams to gel, and
For
that's
sure.
why that's why I put
For sure.
myself past it and be like, I'm
Yeah.
over it. But
I agree with you. I
coaching,
was saying to you at the game
you did.
that it was a very conservative game. Like
Mhm.
nobody let loose.
No explosive
Um,
plays.
you
Everything
know,
was
there
very,
yeah,
very airtight, very buckled.
yeah,
There wasn't a lot of anything, and
yeah.
honestly, it was the first time it was the first time being in Foxborough. I was bored. You know what I mean? Like I not that I wouldn't
Very,
have rather
very
been there, but
underwhelming,
like
very underwhelming game. Yeah, for
there was
sure.
times I was sitting there and I'm like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Besides the
For,
weather, the weather was
yeah,
trash. But
for
like
sure. Yeah. And, I mean, you just, not, this is figuratively, but it's just with, Raiders fans travel. They're a phenomenal fan base. Shout out to Raider Nation. But it's like
Raiders
when you
still in
when
my
you
head.
allow a team to come into your home and just demolish you, every time you hear that chant,
Oh,
it's like
it's still in my head.
it's like they're over you, and just every time you hear it, punch in the face,
But
punch in
what
the
was
face, punch in
it?
the face.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. I'm like, dude, Geno Smith looks like and that like I made this statement last night to the guys in one of the group chats. I'm like, I'm watching the game last night and I'm like, yo, Geno Smith. I watched him play live and it
He
was
didn't
one
look
of
like
the
that.
best quarterback performances I've seen in person in my life. Like I actually watching Geno Smith play football week one,
Yikes!
I'm like, this
Yikes!
this is what a quarterback is supposed to look like. So I was very upset
Hmm.
that the Raiders looked like what they looked like last night because of just a few short days ago. They looked like they were they beat the shit out of us.
Hmm.
And I'm like, this is crazy because yeah, one week, and it's like I didn't want to just brush. I'm not over it because it's just 2 weeks of football and we've seen a complete 180, but we've seen a complete 180 in the right direction,
Oh hell yeah!
which brings me back, it brings me back to
Yeah.
baseline, you know. I'm humbled. I'm not on to. I mean, I'm on to Pittsburgh now, but I wasn't on to Miami.
Miami.
Just
You're
like
still stuck.
Diggs said in the in the pregame, uh,
You have a
I
bad
mean,
taste in your
when
mouth.
he was he left a bad taste, and that's what football does. And
Us too.
you can any football player, any football guy will be lying through your teeth if he said that he still wasn't thinking about last week,
Oh, I still
this week.
was. It's just
Even Bill Belichick. I would never allow Bill Belichick to lie to my face. Like, bro, I know you're the greatest, but I know you're still thinking about last week. I know you are, because I'm still thinking about shit that happened 20 years ago.
you remember those you get those like random flashbacks. It's like
Oh,
it's a random
buddy,
day and you're
buddy,
like, huh,
buddy, buddy,
like the Miami
buddy,
Miracle.
buddy. The
Hmm.
fact that Tom Brady does not have 10 Super Bowl rings
You think to yourself, huh,
sickens me.
we had a what, 21-3 lead in the 2007 AFC Championship game, 2006 season 7 date. I hate the fact that you have to do that.
Yeah,
But
I know.
the Colts game where we blew a 18-point lead, it's just those random things that hit you.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Ugh.
I agree, and it was kind of hit me a couple times during the Miami game.
Brock Osweiler,
Oh, now we're getting into it. Now we're just digging holes. Well,
Jake Plummer,
should have should have a Patriots recap show of just
Eddie.
all the things that hurt us. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, I agree. I was still thinking about the Raiders game all the way up into this game and during this game too. But to con- uh, cut the Raiders for me, uh, the coaching was bad, and I say the coaching was bad because of him. This guy. I have never seen Drake look so timid in the pocket.
yeah.
I've
It
never seen
was,
him look so indecisive. There were times he looked scared, and I'm like, this dude
yeah.
last year, he looked like he was just playing ball.
He was a machine. Yeah.
He was just out there playing ball.
Yep. Yep.
And
He wasn't robotic.
it, bingo, he was a robot.
He
And I'm
was
like,
robotic.
what do we
Unbelievable.
do? No. I was like, no, 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 no. Do not,
Yeah. No.
do not, do not Mac Jones, Drake May. Please, for the love of God, don't do it. Because that'd be two in a row, and I don't know if I could handle that. But like he just
Oh,
looked
I
so timid.
was.
He looked so
I.
scared. He looked so indecisive. Like I'm just repeating myself, but like it's true. And I'm thinking this during the game. I'm like, he, what happened? Because he didn't look like this last year. So that's why coaching
Yeah.
overall was my dud for week one because there was no they weren't ready. Um, I think they over or underestimated the Raiders a little bit. Um, I didn't think Geno Smith was going to come in here again and win, but yeah, like you said, he
For sure. For
one of the
sure.
stars of the week. Like it just they look like they were still stuck in August. Um, so if you had told me if you had showed me that game and you had asked me is this a regular season or preseason game, I would have said preseason.
It definitely
So
looked like it for sure. I love the fact that you said that. That was genius. So who was your star of the game? Stud. Excuse me.
hmm, uh, Kayshawn Booty.
Hell yeah.
Kayshawn Booty. I mean,
Hell
I
yeah.
had
Shout
low
out to Kayshawn
expectations for him.
Booty.
I don't even think I had him on my 53 when we did the prediction show. I don't think I didn't have it. I just he hasn't shown me anything yet. And a lot of things, he caught a couple of deep balls from Drake last year, and I was like Felger says, yippee. You know what I mean? But like he didn't do anything else.
When did Kayshawn Booty get drafted?
Mac Jones is last year here. So 2023, I believe. It was because Booty didn't get 2 feet down in that Eagles game
No, yeah, for
to
sure.
turn the
And
ball over. And
so
if he did, they would
this
have
is
won
his
that game.
third year. All right. So I'm gonna go out and say this, right? For some reason, my son's name is Antonio, for you guys that don't know. Tough for short.
Yes, sir.
For some reason, his whole 3 years of living, soon to be four, he's always called himself the booty man.
The
So maybe he's foreshadowing Booty being the next best
guy.
guy,
The guy
or the
for
guy
Drake.
that we've been missing or yearning for or longing
Yeah.
for.
Hell,
Pause.
I'll take it. I don't not want it.
Whoa. Slow down, buddy. Slow down.
Just saying. I
Take it
mean,
easy.
listen, listen,
Um,
listen. I'm making a statement on this show right now. I love booty. Love
I
booty.
love Booty too. Hell
Love
yeah.
booty.
Hey, that's in the works. Trademark that. I
Stamp.
love Booty.
I love booty.
No,
Yeah, man.
yeah. I mean, he's definitely incredible. I'd like to get more onto I'd like to get more Booty later on in the show for sure.
Hell yeah.
Because
Can't get enough booty.
he definitely deserves the spotlight for a little bit. So just to get out of week one, my dud of the game, um Spillane. Um, he's also, I'll get it out of the way now. He's also my
I
dud
was
of
gonna
the
say
game for week two as well.
you were more pissed at
Um,
him this week than week one.
oh yeah, buddy. Listen, yeah. I was at work watching the game and
I know you were.
I just couldn't believe it. But yeah, and then Stud, um, man, that rookie at safety, boy. I tell you, I'll tell you. I mean, I was telling you at the game, like
Mhm.
his energy, his charisma, his attention to detail. But the thing that's
That carried
obvious,
over
I
too.
mean, he stuck his nose in. I mean, if the football was a booty, you know, I
just
mean, the
just
motherfucker was
just
everywhere.
motorboat it.
But and like your point earlier regarding the things that people can't see
Mhm.
on on the
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
We watched in real time why this rookie basically became the arguably the best player on defense, the captain of the defense. He's calling plays.
Hmm.
He's calling the plays.
Hmm.
It's not Landry, it's not Spillane.
Nah.
They are calling the plays.
There was times where he was moving guys that I saw. I was literally there was times I was just watching him. He was moving dudes. He was pointing
Buddy,
different things. He was trying to get things set, and I'm like,
who
this
a
kid's
rookie.
this kid's
Third
a
round,
rookie.
fourth
This
round,
kid's a rookie.
third
Like
round.
like what is going on? Why? But
Kyle Duggar
that
got paid how much?
facts. But that's why I also said something's wrong here because the rookie's doing that and the vets are sitting back.
For sure.
I could have went a couple ways too with the start because Landry had a great game too. Um,
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
but you had to
yeah,
pick Booty.
just to I mean, it was just the most obvious to me.
Right.
I mean, Landry obviously did his thing. I think,
Right. But
he
you
had like one and a
expected
half,
that. You
one and a half
expected that,
sacks. For
yeah,
sure.
out of
Absolutely.
Landry.
I expected far more from Spillane
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Um and I I thought not only the coaching as well, but the players in general. The players were all
Hmm.
very underwhelming week one.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so that's just just to get out of week one,
Yeah.
we can finally stamp that and
Tie a bow on it.
proceed um to Miami. I mean, a complete 180, a complete 180.
And going into the game, I was like, I think I said this Saturday, when we
Shout
were
out Craig
watching.
Woodson, by the way. I
Hell
didn't
yeah.
say his name. I called him the rookie,
Oh,
but his
I
name
bet
is
you
Craig
did.
Woodson.
Sorry, Craig Woodson. Yeah, yeah.
Shout out my guy.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Household for sure.
But I said this Saturday, when we were watching the college games, the way it lined up sucks that we had to go see the loss in person and the way it happened. But
Mhm.
if you had asked me before the season which game would I rather win, it's Miami for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
It's getting that Miami, ghost, putting that thing away, hopefully.
Yeah.
Um, Showing that you can actually win down there because, like we said, we opened the show with you don't win down there ever, even with the greatest of all time. You struggle to win down there. And just spooky shit happened, and spooky shit almost happened again. Thank God for the out of bounds line. But things just go wrong in weird effing ways down in Miami. So any way we can get a win down there, I'll take it. I don't care if they won 9-3. I don't care if they won 2-0. Honestly, if the game ended 2-0 Patriots, I'd be like, bet we won in Miami. Let's go
Yeah.
on to Pittsburgh. I'm feeling good.
You know,
I don't care. Just win. Win. Show you can win in places that you've struggled, and that is a step forward.
for sure. For sure.
Um,
Absolutely. Especially, and it didn't matter that the Dolphins lost 33-8 the week before.
no,
The
because
Dolphins could have lost
it's Miami.
100-0
Hmm. And I still would have
the
been like,
week before. And if we were playing in Miami, I would still be like,
mm-hmm.
I would look just like Drake May looked in that photo, sitting on the bench. I think the Patriots Instagram posted it. I screenshotted it and I texted it to you.
Sunday morning when he's just like
Yes.
looking up. Yeah.
And I said I looked at that photo and I'm like, soak it all in, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Take it
He did.
all in. Everything that you said, everything that was said about you last week,
Mm-hmm.
let it fucking
Mm-hmm.
fly.
I had
I
a pit,
knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
honestly, and I was gonna bring that up. I had a pit in my stomach the whole morning because I was like, ugh, it's Miami. Something stupid is gonna happen today. I'm not gonna be happy at the end of today because my football team, my favorite football team, and a team that I had pretty good expectations for, um, is gonna be 0-2, and I'm gonna have to listen to it, and we're gonna have to just eat shit all week, and then roll into Pittsburgh 0-2. It just Sunday morning wasn't a good time. And then you texted me that picture, and it was like the light went on, the pit went away, and I was just like, you know what? Hell yeah. You know what? We have Drake May. This kid is resilient. He doesn't make the same mistake twice. He's not going to look like he did last week. He's not going to sail passes. He's not going to look timid. He's going to absolutely rip today to shreds. All from that picture. Just the aura of the picture. And another certain somebody used to do that. And they used to post it on Instagram. Pictures of another certain individual that played for the Patriots, maybe the same position, kind of with that look. So I'm like, I'll say it. Fuck, F it. That's the Brady look. That was the Brady look. On the sideline, looking out, just being like, I'm going to own this place in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And guess what? He did.
He did.
He went out there, and Drake May made the Miami Dolphins, the city of Miami. Can't even say the city of Miami because they don't even play in Miami.
Yeah.
But he made that organization his bitch on Sunday afternoon. Drake, M effing May. 19 of 23.
Come on, buddy. It's never too early.
We're trying to clean it up a little bit. Uh, 230 passing yards, 31 rush, 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, which provided one of my favorite pictures of all time. And it was his first time, the first game. Think about this and how many games that he has played with the Patriots.
So this will be his third. Yeah, last week was his
I think 13th?
13th
No,
game. Yeah,
13th?
13th. Yeah.
13th game. So this will be a fourth. So in 13 games, this is the first
Split
time this has
between
happened.
2 years.
Between two seasons, yeah, overlapping two.
Yeah.
The first time that Drake May faced less than 20% pressure. And he did that.
Nice.
Can you only imagine what he would have done with less than 20%? We're not even like, it's not asking for much. And it gets in like, he
Uh,
a 180.
I
It's a
mean,
180 though. And it's last year you can't obviously that they had we could have put on pads and blocked better for Drake last season.
mhm.
But it shows
Or not better than, but it would have been equal to
equal
the
to. Sure.
production or
Sure.
lack
Sure.
thereof.
I was about to say, yeah. We would have but we would at least had that fire, that Will Campbell, like I would go out there and die for Drake May. They look like on Sunday, the O line for the first time. And granted, yes, they did stupid shit and there was too many penalties, false starts, whatever. But when they set up to block, it didn't look half bad. It
Shout
was
out to Coach Doug Marone.
it was it was progress. Will Campbell, from a grade standpoint, had a great game. Wilson had a great game. This is grading standpoint. I know people are going to be like, "Whoa, Drake got sacked here and then false start." We understand. We're just trying to pick the positives out of here. We're trying to be positive, Patriots fans. Uh, they had a decent game. Drake, and he eluded pressure. There was times where Drake stepped to the side. I was like, "Ooh, that's something we haven't seen," because he's more comfortable. Because he knows the guys in front of him can block. They can actually block. How many times did you? First of all, did you hear Bradley Chubb's name at all?
One sack
Right, but other than that,
early,
but like,
one sack first quarter,
yeah,
and it was silent. Silent
that
after
dude
that.
is supposed to be in Drake's face all game. I didn't really hear much about him on Sunday. And Bradley Chubb is a monster.
Shout out to Bradley Chubb. I mean, he is a dog. He did get a sack,
But
which
he didn't impact the game as he
now I'm
should have.
no, but I feel as though something like that would aggravate. I'm sure something like that aggravates. I'm not sure if it was on Will Campbell,
I think so.
but regardless, watching film, I don't think Moses didn't have a great game. He
No,
was probably our worst O
it was
lineman.
probably his worst game.
He was our worst O lineman.
Yeah,
As our
hands down, he
probably the
was.
oldest person on the team. No, I mean shit happens, you know.
But overall,
But
it
I
looked better.
like yeah, and
Coming out of that game, you
I
don't
feel
say,
like Will
yeah.
takes that sack personally.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like Will take because you know he takes sacks personally because of his quote.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that guy gets we play 12 games a year. If that guy gets 12 sacks a year, he's a first round pick.
Mm-hmm. And I'm working at
Bradley Chubb,
Amazon.
Bradley Chubb, first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got one sack. They play 18 games. You talk about 18 sacks in a season, buddy. Somebody's getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though Will's energy regarding that aspect, he's going to voice that in the
Mm-hmm.
in the room. It's going to build the aura. It's going to build, you know, it's going to keep Moses young and engaged.
Build the bricks.
Just good.
Stack the
Just
bricks.
For sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, like you said, I mean, Bradley Chubb, one sack, whoop-de-doo, first quarter, very early. Obviously, adjustments were made. We
Mhm.
play chess, not checkers.
Which never happened before.
Yep, exactly,
So
exactly. Miami, after losing, what did they lose? 33-8.
8.
After losing 33-8 with the same coaching staff last year with the team, that whatever the f we would have had today
Mhm.
with the coaching staff we had last season in the front office,
Mhm.
Miami probably would have scored 50 points
Oh, yeah.
against us.
Oh, yeah.
And it would have been, oh, okay, yeah, week one against Indy was a fluke. But
Mhm.
was it? Because Indy is obviously
Mhm.
Danny Dimes.
And I'm not it's not my star of the game, but I just give out a huge, an enormous gold star shout out to the coaching staff. They had them ready. They were
Everybody.
ready.
Everybody.
They were ready to go.
They
They were
looked
ready to
like
go.
they looked like at least from a coaching standpoint, the coaching staff looked like, even if the players didn't produce,
No, and there was not a lot of
even if the
yeah,
players didn't produce,
yeah.
the coaching staff would showcase the effort,
Mhm.
the attitude,
Mhm.
and the energy.
Mhm. Everything was
I got,
high. You
oh
saw it
man,
on TV too on the bench. Like it's just it looked different. Maybe it was the weather in week one. Maybe just because it was everything was just blah that day. But like,
uh,
no, it's not. But like,
no,
I'm just saying,
yeah, I
damn,
mean,
it's just a
you don't want to
complete
make this,
180.
yeah,
Look what a little bit of sun does to people. Like, sheesh. But
or a little bit of adversity.
or adversity, yeah, or just listening to
I would
bullshit.
love to look back. I would love nothing more to look back at week one and just be like, "Wow, bro, we made it. This is where we're at."
You will
And it happened and it started
the very next week.
the very next
Hmm.
week after that.
Because there are a
Come on,
handful of
dude.
players on this team that you
It,
can look at from week one to week two and go, damn, what happened?
that
In a
sense of
positive way.
pride, that sense of pride,
Hmm.
that sense of joy, that happiness,
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
that patriot way, like
Came back.
you got that back. You got it. Even though it's just like,
Hmm. It was also mentioned a couple
yo,
times,
like,
yeah, during practice last week that they were kind of like sluggish a little bit or kind of like going through the motions. And I guess Drake spoke up, kind of was like, hey, like, wake up, wake up. So he's starting, his Drake's nuts are dropping, which
yeah,
you know what I mean.
he's
But like,
starting to be, yeah, he's starting to be a more vocal leader.
he's
I
out, he's
wish he
get,
had.
it's
It's
tough.
he's such a professional young man. I wish he had just a little bit more swagger, a little bit more attitude.
He's going to get it. He's going to get
I
it.
mean, but if even if he doesn't, I'm not mad at him.
No.
Like, do your thing, bro. You
Well,
got the love and respect from all your peers,
it
bro.
goes
Like,
it goes without saying too that he's just like you say he's a professional, but like you saw that when we were at that event and we met him. He's just
from day one, from day one,
like it just
from day one.
so the kid an absolute dog on Sunday. Um, I was even shocked at a couple of things. I was just like he's just so poised. He knows exactly where to put the ball. He made zero one mistake on the crosser to Diggs. He threw it behind
Yeah,
him because he thought
yep,
Diggs
yep,
was going
yep.
to stop. Diggs kept running. They weren't on the same page. That you can quote put in as a mistake. Other than that, he did nothing wrong.
It
He
was
even
flawless.
saved your ass when Bradbury snapped the ball off his ass, and that almost turned into disaster. He jumped on the ball, and I know a couple other people have said this, but when he jumped on the ball, and then I saw two or three defenders jump on him, I was like, "Oh no," because I can just see. hand, digging it. You know how it is. Hand digging
Hmm.
into the field, comes up like this, and there goes the throwing hand, shoulder
Yeah,
jams. I was just like, oh no, please just get up. For the love of
yeah,
God, just please get up.
mhm,
And he didn't. He popped right up and he's like, all right, look it. But he saved you. If
for
Drake
sure.
May is not your quarterback Sunday, you lose that game. You lose that game. And hell yeah.
Absolutely,
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
No high throws, no turnovers. Everybody's, oh, he's a turnover machine. Da, 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 da." Zero. And you can't say, well, it was Miami. No, 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 no. Because if he turned the ball over three
Mhm.
times, you'd be shitting on him. No, and that's not just because it's Miami. They clean things up. Um,
What's the opposite of hindsight?
the opposite of hindsight. You
Yeah,
calling
right.
me
Like
out live right now? I have no
you
idea.
know how they always say like hindsight's 2020. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm always like, it's just so. It's like, oh, he's a turnover machine,
Hmm.
buddy. It's his 13th game of his life in the
Everybody's
NFL.
favorite right now. I just go back to it because if you're gonna compare Drake May or put him in the same sentence as Josh Allen, because everybody wants him to be Josh Allen, you got to compare them. And if you compare the two, Josh Allen, if we all remember, was a interception machine. He was an interception bazooka in his first few years in the NFL. There was a time, what, 2 years ago, where I put United States currency on Josh Allen throwing an interception. And that was the only bet I made on Sundays. And it won for like 8 Sundays in a row.
Hell yeah.
So do we not forget do we forget that? So if you want Drake to be Josh, he's going to develop like him. He's gonna make mistakes. So
So
there's gonna be picks with a guy like him if you want to force the ball down the field, he's gonna throw interceptions. It's gonna happen.
absolutely, absolutely, it's football.
But
It's football.
regardless, we're not, you know, all the
So
praise to you, buddy. I know I give you probably more than people want, but hell yeah, Drake. Week
so the
two,
opposite of hindsight
mic drop.
is foresight.
Foresight.
So if hindsight is 2020, I'm gonna go ahead and say foresight is legally blind.
There's a lot of Patriots fans that are legally blind at the moment. So
I mean, it's just
legally blind and missing a lot of brain cells.
being legally blind and delusional.
Hmm.
Honestly, it goes hand in hand.
It's true. They were even. This is how I know. I think I texted you this. This is how I know something beautiful happened in Miami on Sunday. The 2 to 6 window on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We all know what that is. Started the show with the most positivity I have ever heard in my entire life. Jim Murray, who is a Drake May hater, said he had nothing to complain about Drake May on Sunday. He was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
When I heard that, I almost shit my pants. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Hey, Sharded.
I got to check. I got to check them from yesterday. I was just like, what? So that's how you know. When you get praise from Felger and Maz, when you get positivity out of that show, you did something right.
Yeah.
So hell yeah, Drake. Um, it also looked like, to quote everybody, this is a quote that was rolling around the whole damn week, was there wasn't a lot on his plate. Wasn't a lot on his plate to begin with. What it was, and you know this, I think you said this too. They they brought down the game plan a notch because you don't have to use Chinese algebra if you don't have to. Simplify the game plan. They played to his strengths.
Hmm.
Week 1, they tried to force a lot of stuff. They simplified it and they played to Drake's strengths. The kid can run. He needs to be on the run more, not on like he just needs to be on the move because there
Hmm.
was a couple throws he made on the run that I was like, the touchdown pass was on the run to Matt
Yeah,
Collins. There's a time when he slid, my play of the game where Drake slid up and dumped it to Mondre. That was huge. They were down 20-15 with a minute so in the third quarter, and
and
it
that
looked
was
like
third. That was
third and three.
third and three. Yeah.
And I was like, oh boy, like here it is,
But that's yeah, but that's you caught Miami slipping. The short
Yeah,
yardage situation.
the wheel route.
You don't
And
account
who
for the
used to do that?
you don't account for the running back out of the backfield.
No.
I was
I was shocked it was Mondre.
genuinely you know me, I bash Mondre
You did.
a
I did
lot.
too.
I I've even went as far as wanting to trade him.
I did too.
Just obviously Kyle Duggar as well. It's just I was against the premature
Yeah,
extension for both
yeah.
players. Um, but Mondre was I was thoroughly impressed with
I was too.
Mondre yesterday. You know me, I
Earlier.
always say I always touch on like I always say that two things can be true. Like you said, you know, Drake looked Drake is an athlete. He is a pure bred athlete. You
Mhm.
know, I'm sure he played baseball. This
He did.
kid, he played basketball. The kid is a baller. He comes from a family of
Of athletes.
legends.
It's a family of them.
So yeah, and he's the baby. So you already know
No, no,
he's getting roughed up and everything. We see it.
no.
It's which is shocking to me that he doesn't really have like that swagger, that like baby brother syndrome.
Yeah,
Like it's honestly honestly very impressive. But he's it's the new era of quarterbacks. So like I said, two things can be true, which is what I want the Patriots to move forward as the weeks progress and as the offense becomes
improves.
more complex.
Yeah,
You can have a distinguished and phenomenal run game while having an athletic quarterback
quarterback.
that
Yeah,
can get the ball down the field. It only helps look at. I mean, obviously, I would say obviously it started before Lamar Jackson, but realistically, Lamar Jackson bred a new era, hence his nickname, of quarterbacks.
yeah.
Like quarterbacks want to make the big play every single time.
Mhm,
Quarterbacks are the most important position of any franchise.
mhm.
We luckily hope seems as so that we have our guy. So I loved everything about the game, obviously, but I would obviously like to see more of I would like to see Drake throwing the ball. I mean, what he threw the ball 33 times?
Sunday,
Yeah,
23.
23 times. I would like to see him throw it a bit more while also running the ball more. I mean, Ramondre Stevenson had what, 11
Mhm.
carries, 54 yards, an average 4.9 yards a carry. That's for every two touches is a first down.
But that's what happens when you establish a run game. And you said
For
it.
sure.
It
But
opens
don't go
other
away
things
from
up.
it.
That
I just
wasn't
don't like
there
I
in
don't
week
like
1.
going away from it.
No.
I really don't like going away from it. But also it doesn't make any sense to me because Pop Douglas had one catch
Yeah, he
and
was.
Kayshon Boutte had one catch, which was a touchdown. Kayshon Boutte is clearly our number one wide receiver.
Mhm. Which is wild.
We
on a team with Stephon Diggs on it
we have to get him
involved.
10 targets a game.
Hmm.
The kid, what more does he have to prove?
Hmm.
I understand he has a new offensive coordinator. The kid was the number
I,
one. He was the number one ranked high school prospect.
mhm,
Went to Bama, shit went left. Went to LSU, shit went left. Dropped in the draft.
mhm,
We got him,
mhm. Deficits.
and buddy, like the kid is hungry. There's nothing more he needs to prove. He's made the
No,
biggest catches in the preseason. He's made the biggest catches year one,
you
year
can.
two, and now he's playing on a team that he possibly was going to not make the roster.
Wasn't on
Is the
mine.
number one wide receiver on your team, and he only got one target, one
Hmm.
catch,
Hmm.
1 yard or 3 yards, and a touchdown.
Touchdown. Yeah.
Like, buddy, like it's like, all right, what like
I
let's
I think they got comfortable when they went up 2 touchdowns, and then when things started to kind of stew, when Miami started coming back, I think they really simplified things, and they kind of just they went back to like bread and butter type stuff. They leaned on Diggs a few times. Diggs converted that fourth down
for sure, for
on the
sure.
opening drive. But they leaned on the bread and butter. They leaned on the run game a lot. They leaned on Mondre out of the backfield. They just the short passes. It's like you said, yeah, we can be critical too, obviously, because there was a lot of shit that didn't go right Sunday.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. And it's
but
not
yeah,
just on
I
it's
would
not just on the offense. It's
no, and the
it's not
defense will
just on the
get
offense.
get to that. But yeah, to wrap up the offense, like I said, we do have some more stuff to get to. Um, it was a 180. The O line vastly better. Morgan Moses, clean it up, buddy.
Yeah.
The O line in general, the false start penalties, the
Yeah,
just
it's
the
just
dumb penalties.
the elimination of pre-snap penalties.
Eliminate stupid bad football, which Vrabel made an interesting comment saying that he doesn't take much stock into pre-snap penalties because they don't win or lose games for you. It's the turnover battle, and it's I think it was just that there was turnovers and like smart plays or something like that, which is interesting to make because pre-snap penalties kill you, as we saw with the Mac Jones teams. How many times were they in like 2nd and 5 false start,
Yeah, that's
2nd and
very
10?
interesting. I would love to have that conversation with him
Yeah.
just because it's even more interesting because I mean he was also a dominant player as well on both sides of the ball. So even though he was a linebacker, he still understood, he was
Yeah.
one of the best tight ends that we've had. So um I know that he's been a part of drives that were stalled
Hmm.
or went to shit.
Yeah.
Saw how angry it made Tom Brady and Coach Belichick
It's drive
because of
killers.
pre-snap penalties. So
That's another thing. Another thing that was phenomenal, and they please continue to do this is they didn't put themselves in too many bad positions Sunday.
yeah,
They
for
was
sure.
2nd and 8, 2nd and 6, not 2nd and 10, 12, 15. And it's just like, Jesus, now we got to give 15 yards. Or now, damn, it was 2nd and 5. Now it's 2nd and 10 or a hold. It's not, so there's a lot of, they cleaned up a lot of things. Um, and, we touched on Mondre. Great game, buddy. Hell yeah. Can you please be that player? Trevion, wasn't really involved. He was more involved in
He
holding
was more involved.
penalties, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um, but it's gonna happen. He's a rookie. He's
yeah,
still
for sure.
learning.
I,
And some
I
of
I
the
definitely would like to get. I mean, it just seems. I was doing some research last night, just because obviously when you saw that the Patriots took Travion Henderson second round,
Mhm.
first thing that came to my mind, I'm assuming that came to everybody else's mind, was, oh shit, we finally got like our third down back.
Yeah.
We finally have our James White.
Hmm. And he's that.
And
Still that.
James White was a machine in college.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, he comes from a great line of
Canton.
running backs. Out of um where did he go? Nebraska or Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
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 Um,
The Badgers.
so I knew I was a bit when we drafted James White, I was ecstatic because I'm
Hmm.
like, oh yeah. But I didn't realize how many career yards, all purpose yards, do you think James White has?
Hmm. That's a tough question because it's
Yeah,
like
just just throw a number because I was like, what the hell? um, as a career, not just yeah, well, obviously yeah,
overall in the NFL or just as a career in general.
his
Did
entire
you
no NFL career.
NFL career,
Yes,
all-purpose yards?
all purpose yards. Yeah,
Uh, I don't even know. I can't even give me a ballpark.
he has less than 5,000 career all purpose yards.
Really, because I was gonna say like 7,200.
He has
That
less.
was my guess, but I don't know if that was too high, if it was too low. So like,
I want to
I
say
was
he
gonna say
has like I don't
7,200.
have the correct number off the top, but I know
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
has.
yeah.
I think he has like 45,
Really?
66 or something like that. Yeah. So, but less than his. It starts with a four.
Wow.
But his best year was 2018, where he had over 500 receiving yards and over 700 um passing yards, or vice versa. He had, I think, a total of nine touchdowns, maybe seven. Um, but I'm sitting here thinking, like, wow, to my knowledge, James White was a baller, and which he was. I'm just thinking I thought his stat line would have been
More,
way more.
like way, way
But then
more.
I look at it and I see the non-involvement, for lack of a better term, with Travion. It's almost like, all right, I would like to see a little bit more. I understand you want to be conservative, but he's not your workhorse.
No,
That's. I mean, if Mondre's gonna run like that, then Travion needs the ball equal to the amount of times, with not just carries. If you want
no.
to give him 11 touches, period, catches
Yeah.
or handoffs,
Yep.
I'm fine with that. But there was never a time, I think, in that year, 2018, I think um, James White averaged 5 yards. I mean, 5 carries a game and like 2 catches. And if you want to round up for it to sound better, 6 and 2. But I'm pretty
Okay.
positive it was more closer to 5 and 1,
Okay.
which is, so that's
And he was the focal point of that offense.
for sure. I mean, and
Brady's binky, if you will.
exactly. So I would definitely like to see a little bit more of Travion Henderson in the offense
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely.
And I know that McDaniel's offense is a little bit complex, obviously,
Hmm.
especially for Drake May. So it all
You
starts
know.
with Drake, and the signs are showing, or have shown, over the past week,
Hmm.
that I am
This.
very confident in coming, you know, coming
Oh
back
yeah.
home
Right.
and facing,
Pittsburgh.
the Pittsburgh
Schittsburg.
Steelers, the Pittsburgh
Um.
Steelers.
There's as we're talking and as I'm thinking, it's more and more. I'm more and more convinced that they picked that Raiders game to be an extension of the preseason just because they tried it. They tried the complex offense with Drake, and it didn't work. Or different things worked, but a lot of it didn't. So it's like, okay, this is what we have. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a trial run. So again, it sucks that they had to take a regular season game to do that. Usually do that in the preseason, but like you can never tell because the preseason you don't go against ones. You don't go, and I know you have joint practices, but there's nothing like when that 15 is on the clock, you're in between those white lines, which coaches can still do things for players beyond the white lines, by the way. We've just proven that, Gerard. Um, but there's nothing like that. You don't get that feel. You don't get that look until week one hits.
For sure.
So that's why, like you said, for the week one and the week two, I'm still convinced of that. So you're gonna see, but my point is you're gonna continue to see less and less of week one and more of week two into three, four. They're just gonna look that when we do the show at the end of the year to recap the season or even the last few games, we're gonna look back at the beginning shows and be like, wow, we are so different.
For sure.
Like, so next season is basically year two. Because I don't agree with a lot of shit that Maz says, but I agree with this. He mentioned on the show, I think last week, you restart your franchise when you hire a new coach,
Of course.
right? They hired, they got rid of Bill, and they hired Dingus last year. That was restarting things. You can even go as far as back as saying when Brady left, that restarted things. But even so, he mentioned that it was year zero for Bill, and that got screwed up. Then we got into a new coordinator too. That's what I think. That's what it was. So Bill O'Brien came in
Hmm.
year zero.
For
That
sure.
got screwed up. You got
Absolutely.
a new one last year with
I
Van
was gonna
Pelt,
say I was gonna say coaching staff period, but
coaching staff. It was the
I
coaching
understand.
staff.
I
That's what it
understand.
was. Um, it's because I'm this positivity coming out of my mouth about Maz that it has my brain upside down. It's like, what are you doing? That's what it was. It was coaching staff. But you have a new one, and there was year zero, and that got screwed up. Then Mayo came in with the whole new staff last year. Year zero again, that got screwed up. So this is year zero, part three. This season is year zero, part three,
Hmm.
because it's Josh McDaniels with Drake, his second coordinator in as many seasons, new head coach, new everything. So we have to treat this as year zero. So week one looked like year zero. Even week two, even Sunday looked like year zero, just an improvement. As long as the bricks go up week to week, as long as you stack them
That's
instead
all
of
you can
having them
ask.
fall off, that's all you can ask for.
If
Um,
you're if you
and the
are
offense did that.
if you're losing games, if you're losing competitive games where the turnover margin is slim, the negative plays are slim,
Hmm.
and you do everything you possibly can, but the game of football just doesn't align your way.
Right. And that is what it
That's
is.
that that's what makes this game worth playing,
Hell yeah.
what makes this game worth watching,
Hell yeah.
what makes this game bring whatever it is out of
Hmm.
a fan base that makes them follow it
Hmm.
for for the remainder of eternity.
Of course. Of course.
So we're obviously very it's hard to use the Patriots as an example of things because of the dominance. It's highly unlikely in any other world in the universe if they have a sport or if they have sports, maybe even football. it's unlikely if they have Super Bowls and they count them that they have as many as
As the
or a
Patriots.
run a
Nope.
run like the Patriots have in all
You'll
sports. I
never
mean,
see that again.
it's crazy. It's
It'll
crazy. I
never
mean,
happen again.
I don't harp on it. You know, I don't. It's but it's just like, yeah, yeah, we did that. Like
Mhm.
I don't throw that in faces when I'm talking shit. You know, it's you know already.
No,
You
you
saw it
appreciate
too.
it. Yeah.
You saw it too. The only difference between me and you is I wanted the team to win and you wanted them to lose.
You were rooting against them.
So, you know, nobody thought that the Patriots were going to be the greatest franchise ever in sports, bro. It's fucking, they were dog shit. Like,
For a
legitimately.
long time.
They were dog shit for a long
When
time, bro.
when
Like,
when they were these guys, when the logo was this, which I'm so pumped about Sunday, they were shit. They were
you
ass.
know,
This is
so
why
it's
they
just
changed the logo. They changed the logo because they were so bad. They wanted a fresh start.
for sure.
So, which
I
sucks
wish we
because
just kept the colors.
this is the greatest logo ever. Ever. Said it. Ever. Right here. And you're gonna see it on Sunday. I love it.
Um,
Um, but
but
you're
yeah, I
right.
mean,
You're right.
the game, that's all you can ask as a fan. You know, the franchise, the past 6 years are in the past.
Yeah. Gone.
Where you the complete 180 should, I mean, it has, and if it hasn't, then I'll tell you. I'll tell all the fans. You call them Nantucket brats,
Spoiled
spoiled
Nantucket
Nantucket
brats.
brats, right? Okay. I personally don't know anybody from Nantucket. I would absolutely fuck up a Nantucket nectar. I love those. So
Oh
shout
hell
out
yeah.
to Nantucket.
Hell yeah.
Um, but shut the fuck up. Because like you can't, like I just can't deal, I can't deal with people,
Mhm.
especially obviously like people like those Patriots fans that were at the game sitting just a row in front of us,
Oh
just a row behind us,
my god.
just a row to the right of us, same row left. Like, people, relax. We're like, yeah, we were dominant for so long, but be
Oh,
realistic. We got to go through it. We got
you
to go
just
through
brought
it.
back that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what dude
yeah,
I'm talking
you know,
about.
there was some guy with some older gentleman that was at the game with, I'm assuming, his son and his daughter-in-law. You know, just being that obnoxious Patriots fan.
First of all,
Everybody knows, you
he
know,
was
oh,
oh man.
bring back Milton, fucking
Drake
bring back Mac
sucks.
Jones,
Mac Jones.
bring back Mac verbatim. You know, we suck. You know, just a simple, just
Mhm.
a unappreciative, you know,
Calling Raiders fans, what were there?
greedy fucking losers. Like, it's just the best
Degenerates,
way. It's just the best way to look.
degenerates or something like that, or like
Yeah, it's just
he's
like, and I understand. Like, yeah, he was an older, angry gentleman of the,
yeah,
you know, fair
yeah.
skin type. He watched a lot of dominant years. He's probably. I would be angry too if I was his age.
I
Yeah,
was
these guys
yeah.
suck. I had so much fun in my, now that I'm fucking getting older and they're
I,
getting shittier. It's like, buddy,
I could understand it too though if Raiders fans were like harping on it. They honestly they weren't that bad. Besides that stupid Raiders chant that
I would
lasted
have
like forever.
rathered. I would have rathered be around the Raiders fans than the
Yeah,
obnoxious and annoying Patriots fans that were around
yeah.
us.
Me too. And as
And
obnoxious as that chant was.
thankfully, those aren't our seats moving
No,
forward.
no. We will be moving on into our seats this Sunday. Um, it looks like it's just me right now. uh, yeah. So to put the offense into uh, to wrap up that side of it, I would say Drake, hell yeah. Um, I would say Booty, another big star on Sunday. Um, it's just there's a lot of things that um, a lot of things that went well on the offensive side of the ball, and there's a lot of things that you can move to the future um, in order to make this team relevant again, make this team great. and just to build those blocks and to establish another winning franchise, another winning football team. Let's see if we can fix this at the moment. Sorry about that, y'all. Trials and tribulations of trying to get a show done here. There we go. But yeah, so to put a recap on it while I get Derek back in here, week 2 went very well. Um, there we go.
I have no idea what happened, bro. I'm
I was
sitting
like,
here
you
like,
just went black, and I was like, all right,
hello,
I'm rolling.
hello.
I was stumbling. I think I said we had a positive week 2 like 47 times. No, we good. We good.
Sorry, bro. Hey,
No, we good.
the beauty of a live show, right?
That's what I just said. I was like, this is the beauty of just going live, having it off the rip. Yeah. So I was just putting a bow on the offense, just saying, good game. You know, offensive line cleaned some stuff up.
Yeah,
Um,
shout out to the
Trey will
the
be more involved.
for sure,
Get
yeah.
the tight ends involved some more too.
Yes.
Hunter
Yeah.
Henry, not just because he's on my fantasy team and he got me 1.4 points. Uh, just for the sake of the team, let's do that. Let's slowly get Diggs going here. I know it's slow, it's methodical with him, and I
Yeah.
1,000% am on board with that. But just for his sake too, I would love to see him
For
catch a
sure, for sure.
touchdown for Drake and just
For
kind of
sure.
be a little bit more involved. But we'll get there. My big thing, my biggest, I would say, offensive want, and maybe it's just because it's 2 games and we're just trying to really develop here. But your third round pick, let's let's hear Kyle Williams' name.
Yeah.
Let's hear it
Yes.
soon. I mean, I don't know. I know you're probably just developing him and whatever, but let's let's hear that kid's name because
Yeah.
he's going to be special. What Quentin Johnson did for Justin Herbert with
Or
that deep ball,
has continued to do
what
after
that
a
deep
very slow
ball,
start to a career
I can see that 60-yard pass on Monday Night Football. I can see that being Drake to Kyle Williams.
all day long.
Let's make that happen.
It's just
Um,
gonna be it's just gonna be Sunday
oh hell yeah, in the Reds. Oof,
in the Reds
can't wait. Can't wait.
against
Um,
the Steelers.
well, Sunday, uh, I would love to see a certain person on the field. I don't think he's going to be on the field. Just the way that David Andrews was talking. And David Andrews obviously locked in, captain, forever a
Yep.
Patriot, will be in the Hall of Fame, the Patriots Hall of Fame, at least. Just the way he was talking yesterday on Zone Beetle, the way a player kind of comes back from injury, it just doesn't sound like that's on the table. I know Vrabel said it could happen, but we'll see. Um, but I do want to drop the mention that if this is what you said, and all the credit to you, and I 1,000% agree when you said it. If they knew Gonzo was this hurt or this gonna be this slow, just post it on IR.
Yeah.
Just post his name on IR and forget about it. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Why are we dragging this out?
There's no advantage necessary going week to week and then forcing teams to account
No,
for it's just not worth it.
no.
Get
Like,
get the younger guys involved. Get the
yeah,
get the other guys involved. Get
yeah.
work on different schemes that
Mhm.
have obviously been
Because the
uh,
game plan looked like on defense, and I know Williams went down with a health issue, and it was I forget the guy's name. Sorry, but yeah, we had a off defensive coordinator on Sunday, which he did pretty good job at calling the game. But you saw that the game plan, at least in my eyes, the game plan was revolved around Gonzalez being in there. because there was a lot of times where Carlton Davis was a stud. I'll say that on Sunday. Carlton Davis, shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah,
4
especially yeah,
targets, 1 catch, 4 yards. Lockdown.
lacing them
Locked
up
it.
after the performance in week one. Definitely coming out and making a statement for
Carlton
sure. I did
Davis, man.
appreciate that. I did. So my biggest thing with defense, right, is
Yeah.
like I said, week one, very underwhelming performance. I was very unimpressed with the free agents outside of obviously Landry. Um,
Yep.
week two, we obviously came alive. Everybody came alive. Outside of Spillane. We're talking about one of the better run defenders,
Yeah, he's looked lost.
one of the better tacklers in the NFL last year. And it's just been underwhelming. I will say I fucking hate him in that number 14. Um it just adds to his shitty play in a negative way. Hopefully, he turns things around and he's like the
Right.
last of the free agents to, get it. Because I mean, I know that it's bothering him, his play.
Mhm.
It's just unlike I was just shocked that 2 weeks in a row, especially how well everybody else played,
Mhm.
that he was subpar. Like just open field tackles, missing open field tackles is just absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah.
And not only my gripe isn't only with missing the tackle. It's not even putting the defense, your other teammates in positions to make plays. Like players are like bouncing off of
To
you,
set up the tackle,
flying
basically.
by you. Like you're
Yep.
not setting any edges. You're not forcing the offensive players in the correct like
Yeah.
towards the hats. Like
Yeah.
I would, obviously I'm rooting for the guy. He obviously we paid him. He's
Mhm.
able to feed his
He's a
family.
good
He's
dude too.
here. He's a phenomenal guy. I just want him to I want to be in front of him before we leave the locker room Sunday. Like I want to be the person to talk to him because I know I know after we speak he's gonna turn shit the fuck up. Um, but
The one thing I
um,
noticed though about him Sunday, I'm not making excuses for him, because I think his play has been very subpar the first 2 weeks as well, and big huge disappointment. Um, in his whole career, he's more of a zone linebacker, and there was a couple times where he was forced into covering the back out of the backfield because he
yeah,
was just there,
hmm
and he went right by him
yeah,
because Spillane's not a coverage guy.
for
He's a
sure.
zone LB, which
Our depth is our depth. Our
exactly,
depth is our depth. I mean, I'm not
exactly,
complaining. Like whatever, it is what
exactly.
it is. He's
Yeah,
still a piece that's going to help
he will, he will.
this team compete. If we don't have a coverage guy, you know,
Yeah, you gotta.
then I mean, hey, shit, that Kyle Duggar has come in and made
It
plays.
just, yeah, it just sucks.
It's we yeah,
Sucks to see that.
it's but that's the harsh realities of a rebuild. And
Right, right. That's why I
Spillane's
give him,
Spillane's like slow start, shitty start, however you want to put it.
yeah, slow shitty, same thing.
He might he might be a Pro Bowler next year after we have a defender that we can
Coverage.
add
They can cover the back.
that puts him in a much better space to
Yeah.
think less
Yep.
and be more freely,
Yep.
just like we do with Drake. And
Yeah.
if we can have freelance guys
Yep.
be guys, football guys,
Hmm.
be themselves free,
Hmm. They there's a
especially under this general,
yeah.
because there is no other type. I mean, that's why I made that post. I mean, Vrabel single handedly just took over for
Oh
the
man.
greatest photo of all
And
time and
when he was
on an
running
NFL
down
field.
that sideline, man, I was
I
like,
mean,
man.
wow. I just you just that's the difference. That is what I don't need to say anything to anybody about
Nope.
anything previous.
Just show him that
I
picture.
don't have to say anything. I don't have
All
to
that
say
clip.
anything about Bill. I don't have to say anything about Gerard Mayo. in both of those coaching staffs, because neither one of those guys, no matter how successful, no matter how shitty, did not did not run full speed at the tip of the spear for this team.
Nope.
I'm not just talking about that. I'm not just talking
Yeah.
about that the photo of him running up the
No,
sideline.
I know. I
I'm
know.
talking about the things that this gentleman does to ensure that he is prepared for battle. And that photo is a testament to who he is as a coach. And I'm sure as shit it
Mhm.
explains and elaborates in real time. Looking at the photo, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Looking at that photo, I am sure and certain that is a phenomenal man, husband, and father
Hell yeah.
all day
Hell
long.
yeah. I mean, when
Shout
your
out to
head
Vrabel.
coach dives headfirst into a pile to break up a
I
fight
mean, it's
in
just a
training camp,
testament, bro. That photo is just that photo. Years from now, we'll be having a beer with Tony,
we got to
buddy,
get that made. Got to get that
buddy.
blown up.
Yeah, all
Hell
day.
yeah.
There's probably thousands of people that already have ordered that poster, fucking shirt,
Oh, it'll be up.
whatever.
It'll be up. It'll be up.
So that like that right there is just what makes the realistic being a realistic Patriots fan, not a
Hmm.
delusional, not a spoiled Nantucket brat, not a old angry white man.
Oh,
Like
those.
it it's like, yeah, like this is why rep this team. This is why I go so hard for this team.
This is why I care so much. Like
Yeah,
I
like how
showed
could you
you,
not?
I posted it the other day, my watch during the Patriots game. I was really watching the game in my living room on Sunday. I wasn't out at a bar. I wasn't watching it with you. I was with my dad. I was
Hell
watching it
yeah.
with my dad.
Hell yeah.
Which shout out
Shout
to
out to Big
Sal.
Man.
Um, and my watch said it was a loud environment.
Yeah.
It was over the
Yeah.
you know like the shit that you get when you're at a concert. My
We'll post
watch thought I
that.
was at
We'll
a
post that
concert.
in we'll post it. We'll post it.
Hell yeah! But it was
We'll
like
post it.
that's why. This is why. And you're right. You're 1,000% right. That picture right there.
That's why.
That's why
That's
I'm the
why.
way I am. That's why I lost my. I was literally hoarse yesterday. I couldn't really speak because I was yelling so much
After the
on
week
Sunday.
one performance, after all the bashing,
Like,
all the media coverage,
but dude, my
all of the JJ McCarthy over Drake May, all of the
ooh, thank you, thank you. One more,
you
we
know
got to hit on that before we go
it's
too. Thank you.
it's just
Mm-hmm.
it's just Patriots going down to Miami. We know what happened. We know what's
Mm-hmm.
this. We know what's that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
how quickly they forget, bro. How or how quickly they abandon ship, or
Mm-hmm.
how quickly they show their true colors.
You know what's it's horrible too, and we're gonna I'm gonna say it until I'm blue in the face, and I'm gonna take it to the grave with me. But Patriots fans, not only Bill had a big part in this too, and the kid had a lot had a part in it too. I'm not exonerating Mac Jones for anything, but between Bill's complete mishandling of a situation and Patriots fans killed Mac Jones.
For sure.
I was at
For
those
sure.
games.
For sure. I
I
was
was
as
at the
well.
Zappy game.
I was too. I
That was
was too.
disgusting. That was the most disgust. I didn't want to. I didn't. I wanted to leave.
There was
I wanted to be like,
actually
I don't want to be here anymore.
it's
This is
actually
gross.
it's actually funny because like, being at Gillette now, post Brady and this, every era
Right.
since,
However, we get into.
there's people have you go and you have conversations with people and you're having like you guys are having good conversation because you guys have been there throughout this post
Yeah.
Brady era. So like there were people there that I heard, I had conversations with about that game, about
Mhm.
the Zappy game. The
Mhm.
gentleman in front of us made it very clear. Oh, bring back Zappy. Just the
Oh, yeah.
delusion and I can't like it's not even funny. Like that's something
No,
I would never say. Like that shit's
no.
just not funny. Like that's just it shit's corny.
There's people that still wear
It's
his jersey. I'm like,
shit's
"What do you feel?" Well,
outdated. Like yeah, and like whatever. I don't hold as far as jerseys. I don't hold it against you. You may not have
I do.
that. May be your only jersey. Whatever. At
Well,
least you
get a
have
new
one.
one. Go to
You know,
Marshalls. I'm sure they have
facts.
something. They have a
Oh, for sure.
knockoff Brady one.
Yeah, you already know. I mean, but I just like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I know it pisses me off.
Not for that.
It pisses me off, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me. Even with the fucking, I want the tape to remain on the back of a Mac Jones jersey and read May
I still
forever,
have it. I still have
forever,
it somewhere.
forever.
I know you do.
We're
I know.
framing that for
But I had
sure,
to and show
for
my guy
sure,
some love and
for
put his
sure.
actual name on the jersey.
Um, but yeah, I mean, just
Yeah.
we're back. We're
Hell
back.
yeah. Hell
We
yeah.
got we got the Steelers. We got Pittsburgh. We got
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers coming in the building. DK obviously
Uh-huh.
some
Huge, and that's
news
why Gonzo would be huge on Sunday.
for sure. I mean, but it is
But
what
it
it
ain't
is.
gonna.
I know you brought that up, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We need this team. This defense needs Christian Gonzalez, and if he's not here, then we'll obviously continue to struggle
Next man up, though.
unless we make moves.
Jalen
there's plenty of
Jalen Hawkins, man.
yeah. I mean, we can go on and on. I mean,
Yeah.
we can critique every single player
Yeah.
on the field.
Yeah.
Just we need Gonzo to have a clear picture. Guys are obviously with Gonzo not there. Guys are obviously out of place.
Mhm.
When they were preparing.
It showed, especially in the
Um,
deep ball to Tyreek.
yeah, I mean, when you go all camp preparing one way and then very
Yeah.
quickly have to learn things
Yeah.
in basically 2-3 days, if
Mhm.
when you take practice into account, film
Right.
into account, recovery,
Right.
travel.
Right. Right. Right.
You're forcing these guys to do a lot. Yeah, they're freak athletes, but they're also human. Some mistakes are going to be made. Um, we'll be at the game. We will be tailgating.
Hell yeah.
So please
So
pull up on us. We'll obviously, I'll let Mike take over that announcement.
yeah.
But
Yeah. It's
Pittsburgh
just
Pittsburgh is coming back. Obviously, old rivals, old AFC rivals. The Patriots, it's a Patriots third AFC opponent in a row, and I was very scared
no.
to be
You're right.
0-2
Me too.
because of going down to Miami and having the week one performance and our history in Miami, but
Mhm.
we have rewritten history. The second chapter is
Mhm.
over. We are now on to the third.
Mhm.
Um, Obviously the only question mark really is Gonzo and his health. It'll be week 3 if he doesn't play. That means that week 4 will be 4 weeks, which will really
Basically
be
IR.
which essentially will be IR. I don't know. There's a lot of questions that I have personally that drive me crazy. Being a football fan and being just wanting to be in a fly on the wall during those conversations and those interactions. Um,
1000%.
because especially with not only with your prized possession, but he's the third best player,
Mhm.
top 5 player of his position
Mhm.
in the entire NFL.
Mhm.
He has
Mhm.
his respect. He's demanded his respect from the moment he stepped on the field. It's very unfortunate that we're now going into the third week of the season and we only saw Christian Gonzalez in person during
Training camp.
training camp. And that game, I mean, and that day, he
He got
locked
hurt that day.
Diggs. He locked Diggs the fuck up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
mean, he was just incredible to watch. He's a specimen. He's a tactician. He's a
Mhm.
machine. And the hamstring obviously is necessary for the what I call the second hardest position in all of football. Um, and he is a genius, and he's one of my favorite players, if not my
He's the juggler.
favorite player in the NFL. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
we need Gonzo. This defense needs Gonzo. We can't really get a good read on the defense.
Hmm.
I'm not overly concerned about Pittsburgh, but it is a
I'm
game that
not.
I did have us lose this game.
I
Um,
did not. I don't
in
think.
our our
Preview.
preseason, one of our preseason episodes, um just because of the nature of the beast that
Hmm.
is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've always respected them.
See
Very
all those towels on
tough,
Sunday.
tough, hard nosed, blue collar. Obviously,
Oh
everything
yeah,
you want
and
to throw.
Pittsburgh's a great spot.
Mm, um,
One of my
I'm
favorite road
actually upset
destinations.
that the game's here because I would have loved to go to Pittsburgh.
Fun time.
Um, but in time.
Oh yeah,
But
we'll get there.
rooting for. I mean, with the progress that that the Patriots showed against the Dolphins, I am very confident that we 100% can beat
Mhm.
the Steelers if
Well,
we continue to pick up where we left off. The film that was week one, obviously the message was clear in week
very
two.
clear.
So let's just keep stacking the bricks,
Mhm.
like you said.
Hell yeah.
Keep stacking the bricks. Win,
Um,
lose, or draw, as long as you guys are putting out that product that we know and love to be Patriot football after
that's
that
all you can ask for
performance.
right now.
Because you gotta like I always say, you gotta call a spade a spade. Yo, Vrabel, that picture is gonna last forever. So how are you gonna come out next week?
Right.
Because
How do they respond?
you're only as good as your last performance. And
How do
buddy,
they
that
respond to a
picture
win? How does
that
this
might
team
be
respond to winning?
that picture is a statue if I ever saw one. That's a statue if I ever saw one, buddy. So
Well, get Kraft on the phone. I got another statue next to Tommy.
another 10
Um,
years, bro. Another 10 years. Let's make it happen.
but
In another decade, I want to
hell
see that
yeah,
statue, and I want to
hell
see that
yeah,
statue beside Brady's.
hell yeah.
I want to see Vrabel running up that sideline, bro. I don't know how many more Super Bowls we're gonna win. I don't know how many games we're gonna win. I don't know how many incredible moments this team is gonna bring us. But I know it's coming. And hello, Christina.
Hello, what's up, guys? Just interrupting to grab my charger. So sorry.
I mean, that's my cue, I guess.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up. Um, Hell yeah, we'll be there on Sunday. If you're going, let us know. Come see us. We'll let you know. We'll drop exactly where we're going to be before the game. We'll do a show before the game. A little preview of the Steelers Patriots game on Sunday, 1 o'clock, Foxborough. And yeah, we're gonna roll into week 3, 1-1, coming off a win in Miami, and see what we get in the Reds, in the throwbacks.
In the Reds,
Place is gonna be jumping. It's gonna be
I'll be
alive on
wearing
Sunday.
mine.
It's gonna be football weather. It's gonna be crisp, like 60, and it's not gonna rain.
Are you wearing your red?
No, we're not. They
Okay.
won. They won. I wore that. They won. We're going with that.
Okay. All right.
I switched it up a little bit. Had a different undershirt. So whatever I
Okay.
wore this past Sunday, is what I'll be wearing to Gillette on Sunday.
All
It's
righty.
only weird if it doesn't work.
It's not weird regardless, bro. I love you anyway.
All right, y'all. So we'll see y'all on Sunday. We'll be live from Foxborough and see what week 3 brings us. As
Go
always, brother,
Pats.
let's get it.